Hello and welcome back for the third time today. Everything should be sorted now. We should be fine for the rest of the night. Should be sorted for the rest of the night now. All the issues have been solved. So let's just focus on the race ahead. And I was going to say the qualifying ahead, but there's only 55 seconds left. We've missed that. Anyway, well, we'll watch the last 50 seconds we can and enjoy it before we get to that race. Fishy, as you can see on the top left, let me just turn all these on. Yeah, Fishy, he's top of qualifying. You've got Khalifa in his Mercedes in second, Sippy in third, and the man it's about today, Q-Tip, a fifth or higher position finish in the race would result in him winning the Drivers' Championship. That's all he's going to be focused on today, finishing the race in fifth or above. If that does happen, obviously we will get him in for a talk after the race, but before that we have the race to enjoy. Any sort of questions, any comments you want to make, obviously put them in the comment section. You know, I love to interact. Any predictions, just get them in. As you see, the checkered flag comes out for qualifying now. Drivers setting their last lap times, any last second laps I want to try and get in. We'll go back to Rich actually, because there's people. There is a Alfa Romeo, I think, yeah, it's ASD. He's approaching the last corner now. This is his first lap he's set. It's a 1:33.2, which is good enough for 11th, just behind the other Alfa Romeo. We have Rich in the Red Bull, as I just said. We'll come back to him. And here we are. Last two corners now. It's not looking... Actually, it is. It's looking like a good lap for Rich. Last corner now, just across the line. Beats his previous time, but not good enough to move him up to 9th. We only have 4... No. Is he been allowed? Oh, no. The other Alfa Romeo, I apologise. Here comes... That obviously won't be good enough. Q-Tip. He finishes 5th in qualifying, and we're just waiting on Ben Gallagher now. Actually, 800th down on his time. Is he going to be able to move him up any higher? Obviously, we'll see that after. I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure he was in 7th before. Q-Tip qualifying 4th, I think it was, or 5th. Is that 5th? If you can hold on to that 5th place, as I've mentioned already, that would be good enough. Actually, as you can see at the top, I think that said Fish had a 5-place grid penalty. Yeah, so Jay Ghosts in the Williams has got pole for this race. Fishy gets moved down to 6th. So that adds more excitement to the race. Fishy trying to fight his way back up. I wonder what he did to get that penalty, I'm not quite sure. Just wait for the race to start now. We'll go for the formation lap. As I previously said, any questions, any sort of that, get them in. Formation lap just started now, as you can see. Drivers leaving their grid slots. I'll run you down the grid. So J Ghost, I would comment on qualifying, but obviously we wasn't here for a majority of it. Anyway, J Ghost in the Williams is on pole. Just behind him is Sippy. Khalifa in his Mercedes in third. Q-Tip, the man we've just been speaking about, he's in fourth. Epic the Animal is in fifth in the Haas. Fishy in sixth. You can see Epic, we'll just call him Epic, it's easier. Epic, not great connection. We'll just let it affect him in the race. Anyway, Fishy in sixth, Ben Gallagher in seventh, Blaze by Gaming in eighth, Carberry Con, I'm not sure, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Anyway, he's in ninth, Rich in the Red Bull in 10th, and we've got the two Alfa Romeos of J Marsh and ASD filling up at the 11th and 12th spot. AB is in 13th, and as you can see, unfortunately, starting at the back in his Mercedes will be V Ridder. We'll just wait for the drivers to fill up their grid slots now, and we'll await the start of the race. One light, two light, three lights, four lights, five lights, and they're off, and away we go in Russia. Round 14 of the Assist League. J Ghost trying to hold on. Sippy already taken that first spot. He's going to be able to hold it going into turn one. Any other moves? Blaze by Gaming's up into 7th. Q-Tip's up into 3rd. So a bit of carbon fibre flying off there. I wonder who that was. It looked like it was J Ghost's left end plate, if I'm correct. Yeah, it was. It was that left end plate of J Ghost. Q-Tip already up into 2nd. Obviously, as we've already said, 5th or higher is good enough for him to win the Drivers' Championship. We have an Alfa Romeo off in the backwards. That's ASD. He's dropped down to the bottom. Not sure what happened there. Probably a collision with someone else. I'm guessing. Unless he's slid off. Is that Fishy's left end plate as well? Is that come off? Yeah, Fishy's also lost his left end plate. Anyone else? I saw Animal's right end plate, that's off. Any other sort of damage? Doesn't look like it. It just looked those three bunched together look like they just collided front wings, and that's caused it to fly off. Be interested to see if they're going to the pits because of that. Also be interested to see what sort of strategies and tactics the drivers go for today, whether it's going to be a 1-stop or a 2-stop. That could obviously change the dynamic of the race. Anyway, we will stay on board with Q-Tip as he hunts down Sippy, who's in 1st. Obviously, the ideal finish for Q-Tip would be 1st, capping off his championship season with a win. Not capping off, but winning it in style, should we say? That's a better phrase. Is he going to look for a move? No, he's just too far away. Is anyone going to look for a move into turn 1? The the Racing Point. Looking to make a move there, but just wasn't close enough. We'll stay on board with Rich. Oh, as he makes that overtake, I saw they were close, so I was going to switch on to it. We've missed the overtake though, I do apologise. J Marsh has taken the position back. Is Rich going to try and hit back here? No. Difficult corner to overtake there. Probably won't see many, probably 1 or 2 during the race there. Obviously the big chance for an overtake is turn 1. After that long DRS straight at the start finish. Who should we go on to? Khalifa, he's pretty close to the racing point. Side by side going into this corner. Is he going to try and make a move upon the inside? He did it, but he wasn't able to make the move stick. Here we go again. Coming into this left-hander. Is he going to attempt to move? Coming up on the inside of him now. Very close to the wall there. Could have clipped it. That could have went very wrong. Ben Gallagher in his McLaren just behind those two. Three-way fight for 6th here. Obviously DRS is active now, I think. Yeah. Should see some moves coming up into turn 1 now. Especially between this battle for 6th place we're watching. Khalifa takes the inside line. Overtakes him. Does he make the move stick? He does. Loses the back end a little there. That could have ended badly. And the Racing Point reclaims 6th place after that little slip up by Khalifa. Q-Tip closing that gap between him and Sippy now. He has 24 laps to stay in the top 5. It is more than likely going to happen, but I don't want to give him the commentator's curse. That would be horrible. Happened before. Don't want it to happen again. We'll go back to this fight for 6th place as we head on to the other DRS straight now. Is Khalifa going to look for an overtake? Or Ben Gallagher potentially sneaking? Is that a bit of ghosting happening there? I'm not sure. Not sure what happened between those two there. Khalifa looks on the inside. Is he going to be able to make stick? No, he doesn't. Good defending by the Racing Point to hold on to 6th place. Q-Tip will watch on board. He looks for a move. Scipio decides against it. Obviously doesn't want to take any risks in hindering his chances of winning the race. As I previously said, it'll be interesting to see what laps the drivers actually come in for their stops. Because that'll have a massive influence on the race itself. Who's close? Who could we watch? That gap for 6th is closing off now. So, as you can see at the bottom, for that first penalty of the night, Khalifa, 3-second penalty for corner cutting. You normally see a lot of those. Hopefully not, but it's going to be inevitable.